Hi, and welcome and happy Halloween, beautiful fellow yogis. Welcome, Squeaks, as well. Before we go out and go to our haunted houses or our trunk or treats or trick or treats or whatever we have planned, let's take a few moments to just come home to ourselves. So go ahead and close your eyes. Just draw your awareness to your breath and make this part of your check-in. What I mean by that is don't try to change your breath at first, just notice it. And you might find that the mere act of noticing it starts to slow it down, but if not, you can start to consciously slow the breath, inhaling on a 5 count, and exhaling on a count of 5 or 6. And as you continue to breathe and continue to check in, introduce some gentle movement into your body. Start to rotate that torso. Gently, mindfully exploring that spine a little bit, starting to work out any kinks in that spine. And then come on, sit on nice and tall and straight. Take a nice deep breath, inhale. And get real expressive with your hands as you twist towards whichever foot is in front. Little spinal twist, also working out those fingers, working out any arthritis. You can use your back arm as a second spine. And if you feel so inspired, you can bring this arm up and look up. And just take another breath or two here. Before releasing that, and just switch the direction of the cross of your legs. See if Squeaks will hang out with us. It's usually her nap time around now. Take another nice deep breath right where you are. And if you can you can start to introduce that gentle spinal movement, this time in the other direction. You can close your eyes if that helps you tune into yourself. And then sit up nice and tall. Oh, hi, Squeaks. Take a nice deep breath. And once again, as you twist to the other side, get real expressive with those hands. Really, really twist, really get into those hands. And then use that back arm as a second spine as you twist. And maybe when you feel ready, this back arm comes up. And you explore with a few breaths how that feels down the side of your body. And as you come out of this one, let's come onto all fours for some cat cows. Inhaling as you sink into cow, really mindfully tune into that spine again. And exhale as you round into cat. Tune into the opening of all those tiny muscles along your spine. And today, since it is Halloween, and it is actually a sacred holiday for some, for others it's a time of good fun. However you celebrate, I invite you in your flow today, and this is going to sound kind of morbid, I admit, but I do invite you to meditate on the theme of death. And the great spiritual leader Thich Nhat Hanh suggested meditating on the theme of death quite often. And why? It reminds us of so much, including what's truly important. We all have a limited time here on earth. And I believe what we do with that time matters. So think about that, death reminding us to reflect on what it is that you value, what you can do with this precious time that has been given. And with that thought, we're going to go into our first pose that we'll hold for some time. We're going to go into a child's pose. I invite you to use a pillow or bolster. I have some extra pillows and tools here so I can show you some variations today. But for now, you can go straight down on your mat or your mattress for your child's pose. You can use a pillow or bolster if you prefer. Introducing gentle movement, walking side to side if you wish, or reaching for stillness. We'll be in each pose for about 2 minutes. If you had your head turned to one side, you may wish to switch sides at this point. Take 1 or 2 more breaths where you are, please. As you slowly and mindfully make your way out of this pose, we're going to go into a seated forward fold next. I have some extra props here. You don't have to have fancy official yoga equipment. You can just have regular bed pillows and a regular old towel, which is what I have. And I'm going to use this to create a nice support to make this truly passive. But since I like to feel it in my calves a little and not just my hamstrings too, I'm going to use this towel to very gently wrap it around those feet. And we're going to go into that seated forward fold. Please take whatever variation works for you, any props you like. Take 1 or 2 more breaths where you are, please. And release. Come on out. We're going to go into some seated hip stretches next. I'm coming forward. And you have a couple of options here. You can simply take a very easy Sukhasana seat. If it feels okay, you can start to walk forward. If you want, you can come up into a full fire log by taking one foot, placing it on top of the knee, and then stacking the opposite knee on top of the opposite foot, like you were stacking logs. You can lift forward. You can introduce gentle movements. Really invite you to make this your own. This is your opportunity to get to know something about yourself. Not just your mind, but also your body as well. Slow, gentle, basic moves. Open up the fascia, which has a lot of nerves. But it also gives you time to really explore each posture. Find how your body works into it. And again, please don't worry if your poses don't look exactly like mine. Everyone's bone structure, ligaments, and other connective tissues, muscles, insertions, so many moving parts. And everyone's a little bit different. And these gentle restorative flows should always, always, always feel like medicine, not like torture. If you're experiencing extreme discomfort, please back off. And that goes for your mind too. If it ever gets a little too intense, you can back off too. Find something to distract yourself, something positive and happy. Maybe a cute cat video. or take a walk. Or what I like to do, continue practicing yoga and bringing everything back to your breath. And come on up. If you want to stay here, you actually can, but if you'd like to move this into a shoelace, you can do that as well. And what that entails is just stacking your knees on top of each other. If you like, you can take a supine version of this, where you're lying back. You're going to start by crossing your legs like you're in an office chair, and then reach down and grab your feet. So whichever variation works for you. And I know it sounds like I'm giving you a lot of permission, but some people honestly don't know that they have permission to modify poses to make them work for their body. And so they run from yoga because they think, oh, this is torture. I have to do exactly what the guide is saying and look exactly like her as she does it. And no, that's not true. I mean, you don't want to go to a studio and go in the very front row and do a completely different flow. That would be incredibly rude, but you have full permission to modify poses. And I see this as very sacred healing time, which means that if you're not in a good space for healing, yes, I'll give you permission to walk away, even though that sounds crazy. Walk away from my video. I know, but I do what I do because it's about healing myself and healing others at the same time. So that's why I want you to know you have full permission to listen to your body and to do what you need to do for you during this sacred healing time. I know we kept comments on today. We usually keep them off on our sober Saturdays just so people aren't distracted. And I talk a lot less on our sober Saturdays too. But since we are here where we are now, I wanted to take this opportunity to say some things. In any case, come out of that pose. Bring both legs in front of you, gently windshield wiper. Check in with your hips as you do. Notice the difference between the two. Maybe take a moment to extend those legs. And we're going to get that on the other side. Remember, you have the option to just take an easy Sukhasana seat, or you can stack for fire log if you wish. Take 1 or 2 more breaths. And then you can choose to stay here. You can choose to take that shoelace variation. You can even lie back, take the supine version if you prefer. And then make your way out of this one gently, slowly. Extend those legs, maybe windshield wiper, introducing any gentle movements that feel natural. We're going to go into our half saddle next. But if you don't like half saddle, your option can lay on your side, grab your ankle, stretch back here. You can also lay on your belly and come here. If it is within your practice, and take the top part of that foot onto the mat and come on back. It's funny, I can hear Squeak snoring away as I lie here. She sounds very content. Take 1 or 2 more breaths where you are. And then come on up out of this one. Maybe go over on your side. Take a second to let the blood flush through that leg. Maybe move it gently. Then we're going to get that on the other side. Now I find myself reflecting a lot on our Halloween theme of late. In the past 2 years, I've lost quite a number of people who have meant the world to me, and it really makes you think. And I always think about one of my favorite quotes from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the one that goes along the lines of, "I wish we hadn't lived to see such times." And Gandalf says, "So do I, but that is not for us to decide. All that's for us to decide is what to do with the time given to us." And it may seem like you're wasting time with slow, quiet practices like this, but unless you take a little bit of time to come home to yourself, it's very easy to forget what truly matters to you and to get so caught up in daily but temporary concerns that you lose sight of what really matters to you and who really matters to you until there's just no time left. So I invite you to keep that in mind as you decide mindfully what to do with the time given to you. Take 1 or 2 more breaths right here where you are, please. And then come on out of this one. Again, maybe roll on your side. Let that leg extend, maybe bend and flex the knee a little. And since we're down here on our back, let's get a lying twist, a supine twist. I'm going to use my bolster. It's one thing you can do, or you can use just a regular pillow. I'll use just the regular pillow instead, show you that option. Just lift one leg up to 45 degrees, spread your legs out, or your arms out wide, and let that leg fall over the body as you take your gaze in the opposite direction. And all this pillow does here is it decreases the angle, helps support. If you have sciatica in your hip, it might be a good option. You might even need to stack, and that's okay. Ideally, you want these poses to be passive, meaning you're able to fully relax and let the magic of Mother Earth's gravity medicine perform the healing work for you. So do use any props you need to support yourself so that you're not straining in these passive poses. You should be able to breathe freely, breathe slowly, and really relax those tissues in the areas that you're stretching. Come on out of this one and gently make your way to the other side. If you're using any props, take your time to switch them. Take 1 or 2 more breaths where you are. And coming out of this one, come back onto your back. And before we go into our final resting pose, although you can prepare for it like a prop, we're going to do a quick legs up the wall. You can support yourself by placing your hands right beneath your glutes. Or if you are next to a real wall, you can prop your legs up against it. Just take a few deep mindful breaths here and tune into the circulation in your legs. Feel the blood through your veins as you elevate your feet. Bring the knees down into the chest and allow yourself to fall out into your final resting pose, taking Shavasana or any final pose that feels good. Tuning into your body and mindfully exploring the effects of your practice for the next few breaths. And with your next inhale, make it nice and deep, really filling your lungs. And blink your eyes open, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe introduce some gentle movements. Stretch long like you were just waking up in the morning. And roll over onto your side. And in your own time, very, very gently, push yourself up to sit. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to share your Halloween or part of it with Only in Sedona Yoga. Let's take a look at the comments here, see what we have going on. Oh, okay, we have a question. Okay. Tobias, if you're still here, I can answer you now. I can't do that while I am doing the flows, but if you're still here, I can answer you here. But yeah, or send me a message afterwards, I guess, if you had a bump off. And thank you. Happy Halloween to you too, Tobias. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Okay. Let's see. Stay. Okay. I can stay. Yes, I can stay. Okay. So, stay for another minute or two yet, and then I do have to go. We got a lot going on here, so not a lot of things to repeat. Yeah, I remember you had asked me before about some exercises that you can do. I am not a licensed massage therapist, so quite honestly, as much as I appreciate you trusting me with that, I I don't really feel it's like within my realm of expertise um, to give you specific massage exercises right now off the bat. Um, so yeah, I'm not a licensed massage therapist. I am um, just a yoga guide. So yeah, I would just say for that, really, what I do is a lot of the legs up the wall, which we did. Um, when you're just kind of here like that. Another thing you might try doing is spreading your toes with your hands. I do that a lot, especially because I have very bad feet and I am on them a lot. So yeah, I have just very bad muscular skeletal, but that might work. As far as massage though, yeah, I would really recommend that you reach out to a licensed massage therapist. I know we have some good ones here in Sedona. I haven't personally been to them, but we have some really good foot spas here in Sedona. I have not been to any of them, so I can't recommend um, a favorite one, but yeah. So. So unfortunately, Tobias, I won't be able to help with that, but I do thank you, and I wish you and everybody a very, very happy Halloween. Thank you.